listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's America's Got Talent After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's America's Got Talent After Show.
Hey guys, how's everyone doing tonight? Yes, you guys can't answer me, so I'm assuming very well.
I'll answer you. They're doing freaking phenomenal.
Awesome. You are here at AfterBuzz TV's After Show for America's Got Talent. We are at the very last quarterfinals episode. There are 4 spots left for next week's semifinals. I am very excited. And last week we had Cammie Bradley, Jimmy Rose, Timber Brown, and Taylor Williamson. What did you think of those?
Well, I thought that they were good, and I also want to introduce myself. I
was going to do that after the fact, but I want to talk about these first. But you know what? Okay. You're very important, so
you know, you're the host. I'm going to let you...
You're a host, too? But
well,
go ahead.
Okay, so as far as the acts from last week, right? The last 4, Timber Brown killed it. Dude is amazing, all right? Like, I think I may have a man crush on him. Okay,
you have a man crush on a lot of men.
Do I really?
Yeah, I think you do.
That sounds a little creepy. Yeah, you know, but yeah, he did a phenomenal job. And I mean, the thing about Timber Brown is he elevates his, you know, his talent every time. Every time he's out there, you know, it's just like, what is he going to do next to wow me? So I was just extremely impressed with his body movement and stuff.
Yeah, I think he was a definite sure one. Cammie was sure thing. Taylor.
Cammie, yeah,
was good. I'm glad he went through.
Cam.
Jimmy Rose, honestly, I don't really remember what he did. But now we can introduce ourselves. And it didn't work the way I wanted to. And I wanted it to work well, but it didn't. But
I'm sorry. I think I butchered it for you. I apologize.
No. I am Kaori Takee. This is my voice in case you are not watching. And across the way.
Daniel Wise. Thank you.
Not really, no.
No, I'm Daniel Wise.
No, that actually sounds like him, too.
That does sound like him. That is Steven in the booth.
Yeah, I'm Daniel if I got a tan and cut my hair off. But I am Kevin John. So glad to be here and joining the beautiful Kaori.
Thank you.
Yes, and so excited about tonight. We got a lot of fun stuff to talk about here.
Yeah, and I just want to say we do match. So I thank you for putting that shirt on because in the bottom half, he's wearing basketball shorts.
Really? Really? You're just going to go and expose my business out there?
I just got to let it be known.
Yes, she is right. I am wearing basketball shorts. But see, these aren't just any basketball shorts, all right? These are top of the line, imported. They were knitted in is that even a word, knitted? They were knitted in Indonesia and shipped over here courtesy of Daniel Weiss's shipping company. So even though Daniel's not here, he's still with us in spirit through my basketball shorts.
Yes, he is. All right, so let's talk about the show and get down to it. We start off with the VSU Gospel Choral. It spells chorale. It's kind of weird. Okay. They sing a rendition of Madonna's Like a Prayer. You mentioned that you thought that the heavier guy lost weight.
Yeah. He, I mean, not that it had anything to do with their talent, but yeah, I noticed that immediately.
I know. I just want to say, like, it's good that he lost weight. He's like, I'm rocking this.
Because the first time he was like Ruben stuttered, you know, at his heaviest, and then overnight he kind of turned into like, you know, I don't know, Freddie Jackson. So
sure.
That is a very weird comparison. But at any rate, you know, he looked a lot more slimmer, so I guess he was getting his body fit for TV.
And I'm going to say that I really did like this act compared to the other chorus groups. But I think because we already have the military wives in, I'm not sure that these guys are going to be the ones that are going to get one of the 4 remaining spots. It's a shame because I do think they are better than the military wives.
Let me say this. First things first, and this is no disrespect whatsoever to the military wives, but we kind of addressed that last week, and I respect the military wives. You know, obviously their husbands are serving this country, putting their lives in danger in order to protect us, and that alone is admirable. But at the end of the day, they got the emotional vote and not the talent vote. These
They
people
are
right here.
talented.
I mean, they can harmonize together as a choir, and it was cute, but I think more people voted through the tears in their eyes, through the wow, amazed from talent. On the contrary, Virginia State University Choir, these people are incredible, okay? Now, I grew up in the South where you went to Baptist churches, and you see choirs all day long, Jesus, and these, this little light. I'm sorry. But yeah, you know, you see that a lot. But the thing about this particular choir is they incorporate stepping, they incorporate dance movements. So they're not just singing and praising, but they're dancing. They're, you know, they're in rhythm, they're in sync. Dope.
Yeah, I really
Dope.
like them a lot.
Dope.
And that's it's just such a shame that they're probably not going to make it through because, I don't know, I mean, there's a...
I don't know. I'm going to have to disagree. I think looking at some of the talent that went on tonight, I would put them in my top 4. I would put them in my top.
We'll
yeah,
get to
I was
that.
say we can talk
Yeah.
predictions later, but
Well, the next act was supposed to be Red Panda, but I guess something happened to her. So for personal reasons, she was unable to do the show, and replacing her was Melanie Caballero.
Yeah.
Melanie Caballero, who is a contortionist, a very young contortionist, who has butt long hair, and
literally.
and she's one of Howard Stern's favorites. So, you know, he was very glad that she came back, and she did a lot of back contortioning. What did you think of this act?
Let me say this, you know, first things first, anyone that can move their body in that kind of motion and, you know, in angles and positions and stuff like that is just ridiculous. I mean,
yeah.
Good Lord, I can't even move my fingers or hands like that, and she's moving her body backwards and things of that sort. So I think she's spineless. But, you know, she's definitely not talentless. But see, the thing is, the problem is when you are that great at just moving your body back and exuding flexibility to its greatest extent, that's all you can do. And I think she needs to do something more than that. There's only so much time I can see you bending backwards and touching your toes or something like that.
I completely agree because she did pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
3 times in 90 seconds, but different variations. The best thing that she did was pick up some rings and twirl it around her hands for a second, toss it off. And then her last one was when she tried to pick up flour, and it wasn't working out for a
She was
while.
like licking it and trying to, it was not working. I was like,
little cow action.
you know what she should do? Cow. You know, if she started twerking while doing contortionist, now that would be hot. That would be hot.
I don't know how that would work.
No, you know, you flexibility, you get the booty back and then you flip it over and then I don't know. It sounds weird, but she can make it happen.
Sounds weird.
Yeah, it sounds very weird, but I'm sure she can make it happen.
So Melanie, if you're listening, get in touch with Kevin and he will let you know how to make it work.
Oh, no, she is underage. So after all, don't get in touch with me. It's a little creepy there. All right. I'm not R. Kelly. All right.
Well, the judges thought also, like Howie Mandel thought, you know, that so far she can go. After a while, it's going to get lackluster, but we'll see what happens. Next one was Dave Fenley. He sings country/blues. Phenomenal singer. I thought he was a really, really good singer. I can't really specify exactly what genre of music that was, but I wasn't even familiar with the music or the song, but it was really good. He got a standing ovation. I think he might have been one of the only few that got standing ovation of the night. And what did you think of this particular act?
I agree with you. I think he's a great singer. I think you can classify him as what did you say earlier? Like country blues. Yeah, because you hear that blues in his voice. But great singer, great blues voice. You know, nice rugged. I love it.
He
And
likes his wife.
Yeah, that's another thing. She has a hot wife, all right? Dave, I'll vote for you just because your wife is extremely hot, and I'd like to see her again.
Oh, dear.
So, yeah, keep that up. But yeah, great singer, and he's got a fan in me.
Good.
Yeah.
Good to hear. You got one new fan.
Hey, that's a big one, all right? That's a big one.
It's true. The next act was too unique. I have to pause because every time I see their act coming, I just feel like I'm about to waste 2 minutes of my life right now. And that's how I felt. It was like Soul Train or karaoke, and I don't really know what she does, DJ Young One, but I don't really think she's a DJ. That's exactly how I felt. What did you think of this meh act?
You couldn't have hit it more dead on the doorknob. You know, I want to give these girls credit and props for being 10 and 11 years old and having the audacity and courage to come out on stage and rock, somewhat try to rock, should I say, an audience of that magnitude. But they just fell flat. I mean,
Yeah.
Too Unique is nothing more than a kid karaoke act at Chuck E. Cheese at 7 o'clock on a Sunday evening. All right? There's absolutely no talent that was seen in there.
Agreed.
I mean, you can get any kid off the street to give a microphone and say, "Hey, rap your favorite song or sing your favorite
Yep.
Bieber," whatever. And that's all that they did. They just sung their favorite songs. No talent.
And here's the thing. I think like being a DJ for a talent show like this is a little tricky because, I mean, how can you gauge a really good DJ, right? And you think, all right, they might be good at the club, but I wouldn't even go to a club if these girls were spinning / rapping.
Well, I don't think they would be able to get in the club.
No, oh, that's true. I don't know. I just do not like this act. I do not like it.
I don't like it. And there's very few acts I'll just say I don't like. But this is one that I just don't like.
Yes.
And also 2 DJs out there, like myself, and even Nick Cannon brought it up that he's a DJ.
He's
like
kinda mocking
I think
them.
that was kind of funny. He was kind of making fun of them, mocking them a little bit, but I don't know. I think she kind of didn't do DJs justice from what she's doing. If you're going to showcase your DJing skills, you got to scratch. You have to upspeed. You have to speed up tempos. You have to do something or mix something that's going to showcase those skills. All she was doing back there was just like, "Hey, I'm cute," and even the judges say they didn't really see much from her. She was just back there.
Yeah, and it was funny because you even mentioned while we were screening that you want to see her technique, you want to see her scratch, and then she starts scratching, but she really does the bare minimum.
It was just, you were like, I could do that.
Wiki, and that was it.
Yeah. Anyways.
Anyway, I no more wasted time on that. We'll see what happens.
Thank you.
What did you think of Sam Johnson? Because that was also another WTF moment. Basically, he goes outside, and it's supposed to be a dangerous act. He's on a really, really high pole, and the last time he made it through, he did a handstand on a really high pole tower thing. And this time, he ties his feet to the pole, goes upside down, and then it looks like a fun little amusement park ride. I thought it looked fun, and that was the problem. It didn't look dangerous. How'd you fancy this?
It did look fun. As far as danger, the only thing I saw that was dangerous was when he was climbing up to the top. Because that looked, obviously if you lose your footing or something happens, you can tumble down. But it was not impressive. It was really not impressive at all. He just climbed up to the top, went around, in a circle, and then it was done.
I know. I mean, they can make that a Vegas ride. That would be cool.
Oh yeah, I would totally ride it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing, and especially with if it's supposed to be a danger act, you don't want people at the end saying, "I want to do that. I want to try that." You want those people to be absolutely terrified of it. And I was terrified. I was like, "Oh wow, this is something I want to take my 3-year-old niece to go do this ride."
Yeah. No, I completely agree. But before we go any further, I wanted to thank all of our listeners and viewers for checking us out. And let's take a step further and stop by at iTunes and rate/comment. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think of these acts. Let's keep the conversation going on YouTube, iTunes, and spread the word. One friend a day helps us stay around.
Yeah, you got the rhymes now.
I do.
I was going to say one friend a day keeps the doctor away.
I'm ready for the next season of America's Got Talent. I'm coming. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. What are you going to call yourself? Coco?
Coco?
Kaori.
That's
Coco.
like a Chihuahua name.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, that could be your freestyle, MC Coco.
I don't think so.
And you could perform with the DJ from Too Unique.
No.
All right, whatever.
But
I saw it.
She should be MC Take away.
MC Taco Way. I can dig that. And then you could perform with Kenichi. And I'm not just saying that because you guys are both Asian,
I
but
would like that.
I kind of am saying it because of that.
Yeah.
So.
And while you guys are also at iTunes, Kevin,
There's a hilarious movie that you need to get. I just had to hold the hilarious because the movie is that funny.
So stop over and also get your copy of
Serial Buddies. Absolutely hilarious. Has every funny comedian, actress, actor that you can think of in there. Who's your favorite comedian? Boom, that person's in there. Who's your favorite actress? Boom, that person's in there. Who's your favorite actor? Huh, did I say they're in there as well? So like I said, definitely go get Serial Buddies. Absolutely hilarious. Don't waste your time. Get it now. It's a perfect date night movie,
Don't
too.
get it now. Stay tuned and then get it.
Well, yeah.
Actually, you can do both at the same time. But
Right?
up to you.
Multitask.
Up to you. All right. So Sam Johnson, we agree that it was kind of whatever performance with a capital W. But the next act is Duo Resonance. They are a couple, very romantic. They're a duo contortionist slash acrobatic team. And I felt like because we just saw Melanie, it's pretty much the same act, but with two people. And I can see that the romance in the act, but I was kind of impartial about this. It didn't catch my eye the way it should have. And maybe it would have done better live, but via the television, I don't know if it would carry further than that. What did you think of this one?
Really, I just thought it was cute. I mean, you had two couples. You had one couple out there, and you could tell you could see their chemistry while they were doing this contortionist stuff.
Well, of course, there was a huge montage about how they love doing this together.
Exactly. You know, I was kind of thinking, like, if they can do all this contortional stuff, I don't even know if that's a word, but all this contortional stuff together as a couple, I mean, can you imagine, like, to be a fly in their bedroom just to kind of see?
I don't want to see.
You would, I believe me. You would. But, I mean, not to get off subject, but I think that they were cute. It was obviously a chemistry, but it didn't wow me.
Yeah, I agree. And do you think that if they weren't a couple and they didn't have that romantic chemistry, their act would have been as good? I think it's because they're a couple that it made them look better.
Yeah, of course. I mean, chemistry is golden. I mean, I think it's imperative whenever you're doing any kind of dance, whether ballroom dance, anything where it's you and a partner and you're that intimate with one another, you need the chemistry. So it definitely was advantageous to them. But like I said, it was just cute. It didn't wow me. It was just cute. I was just
agree.
like, wow.
Yep.
Very flexible.
Well, speaking of chemistry, the next couple had amazing chemistry. And they're not even teenagers yet. These preteens. Oh, one is a teenager. Amanda and D'Angelo, 13 and 12, respectively. They joke about dating in their montage and how they broke up and all that stuff. And I really didn't expect much from them. And that might be why I was so wowed. But they did so well. So good, like all their moves, the costumes, the choreography, the lights, everything. This was one of the acts of the night for me.
Definitely. I'm going to go as far and say this was the act of the night. A lot of people disagree with me because we'll get to that one later on, but this was the act of the night. And the reason I'm going to say that is because this guy came out, this kid, D'Angelo, came out, first of all, just minus the dancing. Minus the flashing lights on the stage, minus the costume. This kid came out and played the character of a bullfighter, convincingly. And usually when you think ballet ballroom dancer, you think a feminine kind of dancing man. This dude came out in full masculinity as a kid and was killing it. Like. It was like basically in Spain watching a bullfight, but he was just so rhythmic and melodic, and had everything down pat. And then Amanda, she couldn't have complimented him
Really
more
good.
perfectly. They were just outstanding. I mean, they were off the chain.
They were so good. But do you watch Dancing with the Stars, by the way?
Not really.
Oh, well, I was just going to say, I'm a huge Dancing with the Stars fan, and I thought these guys are probably better than
Yeah.
any of the, obviously, the other guys aren't dancers, but anything I've seen on TV for a long while. They were just that good. And it was kind of annoying that Heidi had to pause the show for a millisecond because she had to draw a 10.
Really, Heidi? And it bombed horrifically. I don't even
It
think
did.
Nick Cannon or the host knew what was going on. It was just like, oh, and I just want to do something.
I know. It's so
That's like-
funny you just said it like that.
Like, seriously. I mean, as you can see here, we are big fans of Heidi as a judge. Huge fans,
Yeah,
especially
as-
Kaori.
As a judge, she has her moments. So,
Bless her heart.
yes. Next one was Selena Gordon. She's a singer. She's a beautiful young girl. Beautiful, beautiful young girl. She was raised by her grandmother. And I don't recall seeing her in the auditions, but I definitely recall seeing her during the Vegas rounds. And we were both shocked at how phenomenal her voice is. And unfortunately, for me, she picked a song that just didn't suit her ability. And it could have costed her. So
You said it on the doorknob. Song selection is key.
it is. It
As a
is.
singer, song selection is key. I mean, that's all you have to pick a song that's going to showcase your vocal abilities.
Unless you're Marty.
Yes, unless you're Marty, who can just, or unless you're Tone the Chief Rocker.
I'm still puzzled.
But yeah, I think we're all puzzled. I think that stumped America. Maybe Marty's dad is one of the producers on America's Got Talent. Who knows? But song selection is key, and you got to pick something that's going to showcase your ability. Just like if you're a dancer and you're a hip hop dancer, you're not going to go out there and dance to a jazz song or tap or something like. You're going to dance to something that can showcase your abilities. She picked a horrible song, and what made it even worse was she kind of got real defensive and attitude-ish towards the end that just really made that beautiful face that she had. It just made it look real ugly.
Yeah,
in 2
head on
minutes.
nail right there. I completely agree with you because I thought she was sweet and cute.
Yeah.
And then she kind of talked back to Howie. And
Yeah.
Howie, the way
Even Howie was
handled
taken
it-
back.
I know, Howie,
like, "Oh."
yeah. He was like, oh, my mistake.
He was like, I stand corrected or
Yeah.
something like that. But
Because they were being honest. They said, you know what, you're a phenomenal singer, but we're not
were
up to
off.
par tonight.
Yeah.
And she said, no, that was my best. And that could have costed her tonight. That could cost her.
I think she wanted to stand and stay firm and confident in herself, but it played off really arrogant. And maybe we'll see more of her later, but I think tonight she really hurt her case.
Yeah, I completely agree. What did you think of John Wing, this next one, which is a 53-year-old comedian? Go ahead.
One thing I have not seen enough of this season is just comedians.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm always excited when there's a comedian. I mean, you see a lot of dancing acts, a lot of singing acts, danger acts, but comedians you don't see enough. So I'm always excited for it. John, funny and interestingly enough, I did not think he was going to be funny. But
I agree. I didn't think so either.
yeah, he just seemed kind of bland and so. But I thought he delivered some pretty funny comedy there. Like, a lot of his comedy was relatable to parents. A lot of it was parent humor and things of that sort. But even if you're not a parent like myself, I think you still relate to it and laugh. So I thought he was pretty funny. I don't know if he's the best comedian in this, but I would say he's in the top 2.
So top 2 meaning him and Taylor.
And Taylor, yeah.
Yeah. He's an ex-addict, and that's part of his
yeah.
sob story.
Yeah, his overcome.
Yeah, and the last couple times I've seen him, I wasn't too impressed. I didn't laugh very hard, especially the Vegas act. Like the whole comedian round was kind of not that great, but this time it was pretty funny how he was talking about having teenage daughters and having three phrase sentences. It was pretty good, and I think he might be going through.
It will be interesting. We'll see. He's definitely I would definitely put him up there.
But you know what? He has really cute dogs.
Really cute dogs.
Yeah, in the montage, they had all these cute little dogs. I was like, oh, so cute.
Yeah, in case you guys didn't know, Kaori's a dog freak, and
I am a dog freak.
She owns.
Bow
She has
wow,
like
wow, yippee yo.
Yippee Yay, Bow Wow.
Yippee-yay.
Her favorite artist is Snoop Dogg.
Well, he's Snoop Lion now. Sorry.
Same thing.
No longer
whatever.
my favorite.
Yeah, he's reincarnated. At any rate, yeah, I'm a cat man, so.
Oh, what a shame.
I know.
Yeah.
I love the kitty cat. Purr. Anyways,
So, Steve Price is the next guy, and he likes to abbreviate his name as Sprice. He is mechanically inclined, and he basically does an act where he creates an obstacle. Have you played Mousetrap, by the way? That little board game Mousetrap. That's exactly what this thing reminds
it
me
really
of.
is like an obstacle domino fall down course.
Yes, so he has Heidi push a domino, and then it becomes a whole 90-second way of getting pyro light-ish at the end. Yeah, it was cool, but how long is this going to hold up for?
As long as he makes I'm about to say, as long as he makes that
stage.
obstacle course. Like, if he made it, like, you know, from here to, like, San Diego, that would be impressive. I would watch
That's
that.
not going to happen.
Well, yeah,
How would
hey,
you watch that from the sky?
absolutely. It'd be an aerial show. They would take everyone up in the sky, and then he would watch it. They could do that in Vegas. They can do anything in Vegas.
If we can't see people that high up from LA to San Diego, I don't think we can see dominoes.
That's why every person they'll give binoculars to, so they can witness the whole thing.
Too much work.
All right. But at any rate, it is the most precise act. And when I say
Yes.
precise, I mean precision speaking. As far as precision, I don't know any other act that has to have this much detailed precision. If one little thing, I'm talking about like a quarter of a centimeter is off, the show doesn't go through. So just for that, you got to give this guy credit. But
I know.
Good.
The whole time I was thinking, how good is he in math?
right, exactly. He's probably a math geek.
Oh, yeah.
Geometry or algebra trigger. Anyways, calculus. But you know, the thing is, like I said, I give him credit, but you got to give this guy a personality. No showmanship, no enthusiasm. I mean, he did.
He did have his Sprice tie right there. Little Sprice necktie.
Yeah, that was a tie. We're talking about his personality.
That's his personality right there. Very, you know.
Well, it's sad if his clothes are more louder than he is, okay? But I mean, I think if he just had a little bit of showmanship or explanation or somehow try to incorporate some theatrics into it, it would have been a lot more entertaining to watch. But just saying, all right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just seeing everything play out, it was like I wanted to see more of him in the act.
It was still cool though.
It
I mean,
was.
I think the thing that I like about it is that it reminds me of my childhood. It reminds me of a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and all those inventive scenes, and then again Mousetrap. So I think that's what makes it fun for me. However, I don't know how long that can carry it over for me. I
Yeah.
definitely wouldn't pay $20 to go into an auditorium and see something like that.
It reminds me of Inspector Gadget, kind of a little bit. You know, he's like the younger version. But I mean, I would pay money if he did it from here to San Diego. I would definitely pay.
I think I would too, because I don't think that's possible.
Anything is possible on AGT. Remember that.
You never know. Well, the next act is Ruby and Jonas. Ruby is another sassy girl tonight, and she is the sister of D'Angelo, who happened to have done phenomenal. By the way, I just want to mention D'Angelo, his goodbye speech of the night.
His response to
yeah,
the
talking
question.
about how he wants his sister to be happy and do well and enjoy Radio City Music Hall. What a mature response.
Yeah, he just earned himself 1 million more votes with that response too.
Yeah, absolutely. And Ruby, by the way, her return speech was, "Oh yeah, my brother. Oops, I forgot." Anyways, as you can tell, she's not my favorite.
Really?
Their dancing is good. She's good for her age, definitely better than I can do. But you know, they had the gimmick of 2 other dancers, and it kind of threw off from her. And she needs to go.
She needs to go, or her mouth needs to go.
Yeah, both, all of the above.
All the above.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I think that what they tried to do incorporating the other dancers was good initially. Like when it started off and the other guys were trying to come on, tried to woo her, I guess, and it didn't work. So then he came by, Jonas came by, and they started dancing. I thought it was a good intro. I thought it was a very creative intro, and it made it fun to watch. And it was fun to watch.
Not that fun.
But, you know, well, it was kind of fun. It was kind of fun. You know, I thought they were having fun. And I think that's the most important thing. When you see these acts having fun on stage, I think that makes it a lot more enjoyable for the viewer to watch.
Yeah.
So you could tell they were having fun, but what killed it for me was Ruby's personality.
Always. She was there last season too, and she was annoying too last season.
This is my thing with Ruby. I understand she's, you know, you want to be that cute little snarky kid or that cute little kid with personality that's bubbly, but you're not bubbly, all right, Ruby. You're not. You're kind of conniving. You kind of malicious a little bit in your tone of voice. And Ruby, you know, if the dancing doesn't work out, I can see you getting a reality show with Honey Boo Boo. All right.
Yeah, I mean,
And
I kind of feel like her sassiness is an act where she thinks it's cute,
yeah,
but it's not.
it's not playing
It's
cute
not
at all.
cute.
It's playing sassy. It's playing
trying to-
arrogant, and
trying to
you
look
kind of
so
just want to
hard.
smack the little girl, like just. Okay.
And aren't you surprised that she made it through to Radio City Music Hall? Because in Vegas, they flubbed. She fell.
She fell.
And I feel like if her brother wasn't in there, you just yawned at me.
You know, I was yawning thinking of Ruby falling on that last performance.
Okay.
That was very, yeah, it was just a yawn. It was,
But no,
I would never yawn at you, Kaori.
okay.
I can stay
you,
up and look at
appreciate.
you all night without getting tired.
I don't know if that's true. I'd get tired of looking at me all night.
Yeah, it's
But-
not true. But at least it sounded cute.
It did sound nice. Oh, Ruby. No, but like in Vegas, if anyone else messed up, they probably wouldn't have gone through. I think she went through because of the competition of her brother.
Yeah.
So they wanted that for that, you know, extra oomph in their ratings or viewership.
Yeah.
But yeah, she sucked. And I love how we keep talking about her. So yes, your gimmick worked, Ruby. You being annoying is working.
She's going to get a reality show. I totally see her getting a reality show called
Yeah.
The Annoying Kid Next Door. Seriously.
And her sweet brother.
Right?
Yeah. Well, we are already at the last act of the night.
I know.
I
It went
know.
fast.
We plowed through it, you know?
Hey, that's how we do.
The Catapult Entertainment, and they are shadow dancers. Great music. It was Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and it was the Hawaiian version, which is the best version. And man, like the whole montage of shadows of family, of raising a child, of growth, of love. Oh my goodness, what a great act.
I agree. Absolutely great act. And, you know, I'll say this. It was, I guess, surprisingly emotional for me. Because, you know, I didn't know what to expect when they first came out and started doing it. But you see them take you through this story. And it's
Yeah.
a beautiful story. This couple, you know, from childhood, growing up, graduating from college, meeting, you know, a boyfriend and proposing, them getting married, having it was the most sweetest way that you can tell this story. And with their body movements, the way that they were able to, you know, bring about these various props and things in
How
the
they made
background
everything happen. Oh,
with
yeah.
with their bodies and the baby with their bodies. I was like, how the hell
Yeah.
do they make that baby up here? And you know, it was beautiful. And let me say this, you know, I'm not someone who has kids, so I really can't, you know, relate. But after
Second time
seeing,
tonight, you
I know,
said that.
second time tonight. But after seeing this, I definitely want to make a baby.
What?
Or have a baby. Excuse me, that came out the wrong way.
Wow, that's easy for you. You're the easiest man to get a baby.
The easiest man to get a baby. Okay, so if anyone's listening,
It is late.
I'm easy to get a baby.
Meaning that if you want a child, Kevin wants one too. Boom.
It depends on your credit score. But, you know, I honestly, I was that emotionally touched that I was like, you know, I want to create a family. It was great, though. Catapult Entertainment was Catapult Electric.
Well, I suggest you get a dog before you have a baby. It's a huge leap.
Yeah, no, I am a dog, and I've lived with myself all
wow.
night. So, you know.
I just want to mention that Daniel is online, and all he wants to let you know is BOOTY.
Well, tell Mr. Daniel Weiss that BOOTY, Tone the Chief Raka Scapa or whatever, you know, will actually be at that one car. What is that? The car, the car wash place right down the street.
Which car wash? There's tons of car wash
Well,
places.
the main one,
Anyway,
right off Ventura.
okay.
Tell him that if he wants to see Tona Chief Rocker, he has a new job there, shining shoes. So go there and get your BOOTI, whatever, on with him.
All right. I will tell him.
Yeah.
Because he heard you right now. Because he's
Perfect.
probably watching.
Yeah.
Yes.
We
yes.
miss you, Daniel.
We do. So, what do you think, which 4 acts do you think are going to make it through tomorrow?
My 4 acts going Catapult Entertainment, hands down. D'Angelo and Amanda, hands down.
Okay.
Virginia State University Choir, hands down. And then I'm going to have to pick my 4th act as the comedian, John Wing. John Wing, yes.
I'm laughing because Daniel says, watch your back, Kevin.
Watch your back?
Yes.
Oh, you're scaring me now. What are you going to do, whip me with your long hair, Daniel?
Oh, dear. My predictions is Catapult Entertainment must go on. They are kind of similar as last year. They had a shadow dancer light show-ish thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But still, Catapult Entertainment will go on. Not Ruby and Jonas, but instead D'Angelo and Amanda.
Oh, yeah.
I think John Wing. I think we're the same here.
I think, yeah.
And probably, see, I initially said VSU will not go through, but I'm looking at the other acts here, and I think that's they're the ones to fill that 4th spot.
They did.
Yeah.
You don't have choir. Well, you have the choir, but this is choir. This right here is church.
No, it's good.
Church.
It's good, and they also, you know, they're going to have like that episode where they can bring back the judges can bring back somebody.
Oh, the wild card or whatever it is.
The
Yeah.
wild card, and there's a lot of rumors going on that Chloe might come back because they're pushing for her. I mean, that was a pretty risky thing what happened last episode where it was tied for Chloe or Taylor.
Yeah.
And then it ended up being Taylor. Thank goodness. But
This is where I'll give Tona Chief Rocker some credit. They may come back. To Daniel, he may be very excited to know that they may be the one that the judges pull back, just so they can have another awful one-hit chance.
oh my goodness. I am sure when nothing's happening, you are like BOOTY. When no one's watching, you're like, yeah. So
I sing it in my shower.
I know.
And in my car.
I know. Where else?
Yeah. How do you know in my shower?
I just know.
Yeah.
I put a tracking device and a camera and all that good stuff somewhere.
That's creepy.
I know all about you.
But I like it. All right. So at any rate.
Well, yeah. I mean, that about wraps up this after show.
It does.
That was quick. Yeah.
That was quick. 37 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And, you know, next week we're on to the semifinals, which is going to be awesome.
Off the chisel.
Yes. And in the meantime, where can people find you?
You can find me, Kevin John. You can find me on Twitter at Hey Kevin John. You can also find me on Facebook under Kevin John Peters. Or you can find me here at AfterBuzz TV.
Yeah, what other after show do you do?
I also do an after show for The Game, which is every Wednesday night, 10 o'clock.
So catch him there. And you can find me at KAORIOUS, Kaorius. And we will see you guys next week.
Peace out, Daniel.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.